Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to another, and it's been a while, but we're back.
We're back.
Very own T.L.D.C, John.
Andrew. And today we're going to be talking about a kind of touchy subject, if you take it that way.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about relationships. Now, keep in mind, this is just my opinion. John's going to comment a little bit, but I'm going to be the main one talking on this one because that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah, man.
So, first thing that makes up a good relationship, I think, is you have to be friends with the person.
Yep.
Best friends.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because if you're not friends with a person, again, you're just going to be fighting. You know, you're not going to really get along. You just have to be, you know, they have to be there for you, and you have to be there for them. You know, it has to be a mutual respect thing, friendship.
So it goes.
You know, best friends. You got to be close with the person you're with.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first thing. Now, the second thing is a big one. It's communication. Now, a lot of people, a lot of relationships, people just don't talk, or they start talking, and then they lose it, and that's where the issues come in. So you need to keep that communication. That communication is key to a relationship. Just because if something is wrong with you, you know, if you're having a bad day, you need that person to go to. You need to talk, and it's the same with them. If they're having a bad day too, then you know they need to be able to come to you. It comes back to the best friend thing. You know, communication and best friend are pretty much hand in hand. You know, they're gonna go together, because if that person's your best friend, you can go to talk to them. So it's good communication. And again, it's the same for them, you, them. Yeah, you get it. And okay, so the third one. Now, again, this is just opinion. For me, you can't have it one way. You can't have it the other way. And what I mean by that is when you're looking for a person, you know, whether it be if you're a man looking for a female or a female looking for a male, you have to don't look for somebody that's too opposite, because you know it's gonna be fun at first. It's gonna be good at first. You know, it's gonna be going good. You're gonna be having fun, but then it's gonna start to get old to you, because you're never doing really stuff that, especially if you're a male. Sorry, ladies, but you know we like to be gentlemen. You know, I do anyway. You know, I know John does too. So most of the time we're gonna go on your side and do things you want to do.
Yeah, man.
But it's gonna get old after a while. You're gonna be doing, you know, especially if you're the quiet person, you just want to sit in, watch a movie, and then she's that eccentric person, goes out, you know, goes clubbing and does this. It's gonna get old after a while. It really is. It really is. And you're just gonna want to sit at home, and she's gonna want to keep on going out. Okay, and then again on the other side, you want a person that's too alike, you know, like you. You know, you really, I mean, because you're gonna be always doing this. I mean, it's good, but again, it's gonna get old after a while. You're gonna keep on doing the same thing that y'all been doing. You know, again, if y'all both quiet or you're both outgoing people. If you're going outgoing people, obviously you're gonna go out on the weekends. You're gonna be doing this, that, and the rest of the thing, and you're gonna get tired after a while.
Mix it up, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Mix it up.
And then if it's too alike, you know, you're a quiet person, you're going to be sitting there and just doing movies, the life's just going to get boring. So, to me, I think you should find somebody that's 66% you're opposite and 33% you're alike. Because, you know, the 33% you're going to be doing things that you like.
Yeah.
And she likes too.
Yep.
But then you're going to be doing things that she really likes, the 66%. And it's going to keep it interesting. It's going to keep the relationship interesting. And then, I mean, again, this is just my opinion. You might not find it compatible. You know, you might like that person that's completely opposite from you, or like that person that's completely alike. But, you know, that's the three things that I think every good relationship should have. So, I don't know, John, you got any comments?
I agree. You know, you basically want to keep that fire ignited. You want to find ways to add fuel to the fire, and what I mean by that, I'm not trying to say it in a bad sense, but keep it lit. Keep things exciting, man. Try things new. Don't keep doing the same thing over and over, because it gets boring real quick. I mean, maybe not to everybody. Some people might enjoy doing the same things with someone they love, but the other person might not. They might get bored. But again, you know, I mean, you gotta have that best friend. You know, like you said, you gotta be best friends, like real best friends, not no fucking fake. Excuse my language, not no fake best friends. You gotta be real, man. You gotta have that compatibility. You know, give. You know what I mean? Not a give take, holding each other down. You know, doing things you guys both really enjoy. You know, going for hikes, going to the gym together. You know, being able to establish good communication. And of course you can get into arguments, and that's when the test comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
You could be great friends with a female, but if you guys have that first argument, you guys can't communicate. I don't think it's gonna work out. You know what I mean? I don't think it would. If you can, that's awesome. You get over the hump and you move forward. You know what I mean? You just learn from it. What else could I add? I mean, that's the main thing, man. I agree. Being friends and being compatible and communicating is big, I think, in any relationship. It's not all about looks. Don't get me wrong. Physical attraction is big, and everyone's different. But and long term, looks don't last forever. And I think anybody,
yeah, it's true.
no matter what you look like, at the end of the day, I don't think it's gonna matter how you look. And I'm not trying to go off topic. I'm just adding a little bit more to it because everyone's opinion different. Some people just go for looks, man. Some people just go for looks. Some people just go for money. Some people get together for the wrong reasons. Don't do it for the wrong reason. Do it for the right reason. Do it because, like Andrew was saying, friendship, communication, compatibility. You guys both love doing things together.
Yeah.
It's those are key. Those are essential, man. Those are essentials in any relationship. I just think, again, friendships. That's big. To me, that's like the top. You gotta be best friends and you gotta communicate. Those two, if you can do that, man, you're good. You know what I mean? And give, you're good. If you don't have any of those, you gotta ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it healthy? Do you want to continue down that road with road bumps and potholes, knowing that road is never going to get repaired, it's never going to be just slick pavement?
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions you got to ask yourself, man or woman. So I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of things we could talk about here on T.L.D.C about relationships, but I'm trying to stick to, my buddy Drew here is talking about, because those are essentials. Those are the ABCs, man.
Yeah, it's true. Again, two things. Best friend and communication. Without them, yeah, like John said, it's not gonna work out.
No.
It's not gonna work out. And most of the time, there is one exception to that. If you're both willing to work it out in the end, that's when it'll work. But most of the time, if you can't communicate and you're not the best friend, one person's gonna try to make it work, and the other person's just not gonna have it.
Can't have that.
And if one person doesn't have it, is fully out of it, I mean, you can work all day, but a lot of people aren't going to change their mind.
Yeah, it's a team effort, man. It's a team. You got the teammates. You know what I mean? It's not just one person putting in all the work, man. It's a team effort. There's no team effort. There's no support. There's no one. If the other person isn't trying, you're just wasting your time, man. What are you trying to prove? You're trying to make things work is proving something enough that you want to be with that person. But if the other person isn't really giving it their effort at all, you know what I mean? Then you're wasting your time. I've been in relationships where there's no communication, where I've gone to a fight and the girl starts flipping and swearing. I'm good. I'm all set with that, man. I don't bother. I'm one to not really deal with someone who can't communicate. I'm all set, man. And I'll try to communicate, but if it ain't happening, bye-bye.
Nah. So, I mean, that's just really, we didn't really talk about the bad side of relationships. That's just 3 of the things you need.
Just other little seasoning. I'm just throwing seasonings on the chicken for you.
There you go. Good analogy.
Seasonings on the chicken.
So, all right, folks. That's relationships.
Yeah.
Again, it's just my opinion.
And we're just all opinionated, and we speak from experience, life lessons. Again, you guys don't have to fully agree. It's just an opinion. So
I'm gonna throw in one more thing.
Yeah, man.
I've heard a lot of people have heard the saying, marriage or a relationship is a job. Well, it is to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, it has to be coming back to both people agreeing. It has to be mutual. It has to be a mutual job.
Yep.
So you have to. She has to agree. He has to agree. He has to agree. She has to agree. It has to be an agreement. It can't be. It's not a job one way or the other. You have to, yes, you have to put the work in to make, you know, sometimes you have to put the work in a little bit more to make the relationship work. But, you know, for someone to say it's a complete job, that's just, I mean, because a lot of, you know, some jobs are just not this, they're not that. You know, they really drag you down, or they're just jobs you don't really enjoy. So saying it's a job, you know, you just really have to put in work, but it has to be mutual. You can't. I just don't like that phrase. That's just me.
And for example, the mutual is a quick example. Let's say, you know, example, your girlfriend's always visiting you at work, right? Just come out of the blue. What do you want for food? What do you want? And Raymond stops by. She's doing it about 3 times. And now she asks you, you know, she's at work now. She goes, oh, you know, stop by. You know, if you can't stop by. If you don't stop by that day, man, that's it. That's it. She ain't gonna be visiting you at work no more like that. She's gonna stop doing that now. And that right there, but her even saying, you know, hey, can you stop? You stop by today. You shouldn't even question yourself. That's already mutual understanding right there, because you should already know that she's gone out her way, you know, a couple of times now, visit you at work and bring you food. And this is where it becomes a give. Now it's a give because she's doing that. Now you show her, you know, that mutual understanding, that mutual feeling that, okay, you're going away from me, I'm gonna go my way for you. Okay, yeah, I'll come visit you today at work. I'll come visit you. Yeah, that's cool. Hang out for a little while. You know, get you some food. What do you want? You know, so that's an example of mutual. You know, mutual understanding, and that could be mutual understanding from the mind, from the heart, right there. You know what I'm saying?
And to add on that, going back to the communication and the best friend thing. I mean, you get to know the person. You know, I mean, let's say, like John said, you know, she calls you up, and she wants you to come over. Now, if you don't do that, and you don't know the person, and she's overly sensitive, or he's overly sensitive, it's gonna be problems.
Excuse me.
And if you get in the habit of doing that,
it's gonna be distant.
I mean, that's how relationships work in the end. You get to know, you know, I don't know if you fully get to know somebody. I mean, you can be married for 20 years, you can be together for 20 years. I don't know if anybody fully gets to know somebody. So, I mean, there's just to add that, to add that in the end.
So, I mean, we'll be here all day talking about relationships, man, because there's so many different aspects you can discuss, pros, cons, things to understand. We'll be here all day, man. We'll be here all day talking about relationships.
So I'm just gonna end it. We'll have something else. We'll bring you something else. We'll talk a little bit about our relationships. You know, some of them, obviously, we're not gonna name names.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna be talking about some of our experiences when it comes to relationships, just to add on to this video.
Yep.
So you know, look out for that.
Yeah. So again, you know, sorry for it's been a while. You know,
yeah.
Life's crazy, man. Life is crazy, man.
Sometimes it gets in the way.
Yeah, scheduling, man. But T.L.D.C, you know, we're still here, we're still alive, we're still thriving.
Yep.
You know, still enterprising.
Still motivating, inspirating.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
So thanks for watching, fellow motivators, inspirators, dream creators, dream chasers, my people in the gym, living it up, being healthy. You know, hey, it's what it is, man. Every day is a battle, man. You don't surrender. Just keep fighting, man.
Keep fighting.
You know, you against you. As Dwayne The Rock Johnson said, it's you versus you.
That's a good quote.
You know, and that's it is, man. Every day you wake up, you know, what do? You're gonna be a productive day, non-productive? It's up to you. It's your choice. You know. All right. T.L.D.C's own John
and Drew.
Thank you for tuning. We'll be back talking about more topics. You know what it is and what we do. We're out here, folks. Thanks for tuning in.